Today we are going to share with you 5 key points why having a funeral or memorial service for your baby can be helpful in your grief journey.
Hi, we're Jeff and
Tony Braybeck.
the founders of Our Little Sparrows, Pregnancy and Infant Loss Support. If you would like to find out more about us and our organization, you can use the link in the description below. Welcome to our grief series, The Pregnancy Journey, a guide to grieving from diagnosis to the loss of your baby and beyond. Let's get started.
No one wants to plan their own baby's funeral, memorial, or private gathering. Let's be honest, no one wants their baby to die. Planning and making funeral arrangements for your baby who has barely lived or died before they were born seems cruel. In my mind, I'm crying, babies shouldn't die. Babies are supposed to be born and brought home to be raised into independent young adults that move from home and make a life of their own. That's the way it's supposed to be, right? Yet here we are, planning our baby's funeral. Funerals and memorial services are part of the grief process. Traditions and methods are different based on culture and religion. These services or ceremonies that observe the dead can serve the same purposes in our grief process, and it can bring healing benefits to all. Let's dive into the 5 key points why having a funeral or memorial service for your baby can be helpful in your grief journey. 1. It allows for family and friends to say their goodbyes. We don't mean goodbye in the sense that it means you are saying goodbye permanently. Saying goodbye doesn't mean we are not allowed to miss, long for, or that we can't speak of our baby. It allows us the opportunity to say what is on our hearts in front of our family and friends.
Number 2, the opportunity to show your love for your baby and display the gift that they were, regardless of how long they lived. So some examples of this can be photography, so photos of your baby, photos of you with your baby in the hospital, or whatever different setting. It's different for every family. A memory box. I know for Tony and I, we received a memory box from our hospital, Sutter. Some memory boxes are actually gifted. There's nonprofits and foundations. These memory boxes are very unique. You can Google it and search it. You can find a lot of different versions of these memory boxes, but they're filled with keepsakes of your baby, usually from the day that your baby was born at the hospital. Artwork representing your baby, and this could be in different forms as well. And there's a lot more than that, but these are just a few examples.
Yes. 3. It's a safe space. Funerals, memorial services, whatever you choose to do, it provides a safe space to allow for feelings of grief to be expressed and felt with each other amongst your family and friends.
Number 4, community. So this is similar to the previous one, but it is different. It's a way to be surrounded by the people that care about you and want to support you and your family. So it shows the strength of the community around you. This is that support, that support system. That's part of the support system we've been talking about. Grief isn't meant to be experienced alone all of the time. There's definitely going to be times where you want to be alone, and it's going to ebb and flow. But we definitely recommend that support team so that you have those around you when you need them. We need that community. We really feel like that's important, and it's people that can specifically help us through our time, even though they may have not experienced pregnancy and loss like you have.
Yes. 5. Remembering. This also allows for parents to convey to family and friends how they would like their baby to be remembered for years to come. There's lots of examples of this, and some are light a candle next to a photo or a keepsake of your baby when you want to feel close to them. We actually have an event coming up real soon in October. It's October 15th, is the International Wave of Light. It's a day to remember babies who were gone too soon.
Right.
And at 7 p.m. local time, wherever you're at, you are invited to light a candle and just take a moment to pause and just remember a baby who has died, and remember the families that have lost their babies, and just helps bring awareness and also to show our support for families.
Yeah. And we'll put links in the description below having to do with the social media outlets for Wave of Light, as well as their website. But this is an annual event. It happens statically every year on October 15th.
Yes. And absolutely, you can do this anytime during the year. We always have a candle that's ready to be lit at any time next to Olivia's picture. So that's something you can do any time of the year.
Yeah.
Another example is to do a random act of kindness in memory of a baby. And there's lots of different ways to do that. And you can pick whatever is special to you. You can benefit another organization, a pregnancy loss, or just a nonprofit or organization that is special to you. You can decide and share with your family and friends how you want to celebrate your baby's future birthdays. You can invite family and friends to send a card on their birthday or acknowledge your baby in their own unique way.
Yep.
Some people even do an actual physical gathering.
Yeah, and I know too that some people at some point they graduate out of that. So some people just do it in their younger years. But I mean, that's totally for you to decide.
Yeah, absolutely. You have the choice. In the description below, we will have a link to a PDF guide on different ways to remember and celebrate your baby.
Yep, sounds good.
No matter what kind of service you choose to do, you and your family get to choose how you want the service to go. You can set the tone. It can be thoughtful and quiet, or it can be upbeat and bright. Whatever you choose, your baby is at the heart and center of it. It will be your special day to remember and honor the life of your baby. We hope you found this episode helpful, and we want you to know that you are not alone. You are loved. Your baby will always be cherished. We are here to help you in any way we can.
If you got value out of this episode, please subscribe to our channel and ring that bell to get alerts for when we post new content every week. If you like what you saw in this video, click on the next video in the grief series up above. If you want to check out our weekly podcast, you can click on the link below.